Good evening, everybody. Welcome to us, the Spoiler Kings. This is our Last of Us breakdown season 1. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Brandman Brandon. We got Anzo Bigger for Entertainment in the building. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Chilling.
Yeah,
It's
man.
Saturday.
No, it's a Saturday. It's the Saturday before. So next week we get season 2 dropping off, and so I thought some of the guys like, well, maybe we should go over season 1 and even go over what happened, so we all ready for what's going to happen in season 2, because it's going to be a doozy. If you play the video game, you already know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah,
I'm still mentally preparing myself,
dude. We're going to take like we need to have squares for like, can we get over under when it's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? We need to have an over under like hey, episode 3, minute 10.
I feel like at the end of each episode, I'm just gonna sit in silence and probably go to like my booze cabinet and just pour a glass of bourbon and just kind of contemplate.
Yeah, I'm going with episode 3. That's my overall. That's when it's gonna happen for me. Episode 3.
Man, hopefully you don't know what I'm talking about. Hope you don't know what we're talking about, so you can enjoy the show, because that second game, boy.
Yep.
I never played it, so I'm going in blind. I never played the game, so I'm good.
Okay. All right, we got Collector in the building. What's up? Hey, Spoiler Kings, I didn't know you guys were going live tonight. Yeah, we were talking about it. We want to, go over these things just so we can go through the quick synopsis, so we were ready next week. We don't know if Angel's going to get it early, so if he does, we'll do a show right then. But if not, we'll wait to Monday, and we'll switch around our shows a little bit to make sure that Monday will be a Last of Us Monday. So either way it is, we're going to either do that or do it on Saturday, depending on what's going on. So that'll be a lot of fun. Got Derpy in the building. Look for the light. Collector says, I just got done watching Complete Unknown, Bob Dylan biopic, Timothy Chalamet and Ed Norton. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's definitely better than The Brutalist.
You know what? I liked it more than The Brutalist. I agree on that.
I didn't like The Brutalist at all. The
Brutalist, it's just the very definition of Oscar bait, if we're being honest. I liked Adrian Brody's performance. It was cool to see him win another Oscar, because for a good minute, like he was making a bunch of trash movies. So I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of happy to see him win another Oscar.
But yeah, Perez is Oscar bait. It's awful. Awful.
You're telling me.
That's some bullshit. We got Nikisha in the building. Good evening, everyone. What's up, Nikisha? I hope season 2 of the show is better than the game. They're going to drag it out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But all that shit has to happen. Abby has to come. It's just, it is what it is. You're going to get all the things that happen are going to happen. It is just what it is, guys.
100.
The Final Four is on. Been busy with that. I haven't. It's been chalk, so I didn't even care about the Final Four. I've been watching like highlights, if I'm being real.
Yeah, I haven't watched any Final Four either.
It's nothing. It's no need. That was the thing. I'd rather watch something original. I'd rather have something like these TV show things. Are more interested in me than sports. And I'm a sports addict.
100.
Collector says, I know what you're talking about because I played the game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a good game too. I don't want to pretend like I'm talking about the game that is not good, but it's, you can't say it without saying it. So I'm just gonna move on. The Books, Girls, and Purrs. How you doing? Hey guys, today I had a chance to hear Bella Ramsey talk about season 2 at Deadline's Contenders TV event at the Directors Guild. I am so hyped for this season. That is amazing. Bella Ramsey, I think, did a wonderful job with just really carrying the show. And is she the best part of it? Elle was brought to life by Bella. So, man, I don't know what was better, but I can tell you this much: she's going to carry the rest of the show, the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Ace Coast says the game was amazing, but I get what you're saying. It's going to be hard to make this a TV show and really enjoy it, man. It's because of the star power that you're used to having. You know, I don't know if you can make this the same way that you did at season 1, which I think was a banger, was amazing, so well done.
Yep.
Yeah, season 1 was good. I enjoyed it.
Sure, I know you want more monsters. You're not alone with that. Anzo was saying that you wanted more monsters, seeing more of the mushroom people. A lot of people think that way, you know. And the episodes they gave you that were amazing.
Yeah, it just wasn't enough of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe like 2 or 3 spots where they actually showed them, but other than that, I was like, no, we need more of that. But the story-wise, it's really good, so I can understand them using that to carry it, and the creatures are just like secondary. But I want to see more of them.
Keisha says, I can't get over the casting of Abby. What did you guys think of
I'm
Abby's
fine with the casting of Abby. I'm a little annoyed that going by the interviews, it seems like the showrunners deliberately made her not go to the gym for the role,
which didn't make any sense. You should be much bigger because of this. Like
that's very much a defining characteristic of Abby. You know, and going by the interviews, it seems like they made a conscious choice not to have her at least put on some muscle. You know,
and that's yeah.
Freaking idiots.
Says the same thing. Keisha said choices were made. Debbie says, I think the most overlooked movie. This movie is the Amateur. It's Amateur. Going to go see that next week. So I had a chance to see Amateur today. And I did not get it. I did not get there in time because I was coming back from Wisconsin. So that's all right. The Amateur looks awesome. It really does.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see it.
Fernando, what's up, everybody? Yes. Ace is laughing. Says, I like Joel more. Yeah. And the problem is, if Pedro is the show, what are we going to do about it? We will know more very soon. Or maybe not. Maybe they made a conscious effort now that we know we're going to get 3 seasons of this.
To give us an entire
season. Yes.
Possible.
Hold on to them to episode 7 or 8. Yeah.
That would be nice, but I still say episode 3.
Most likely.
Yeah.
That's why I'm upset about the Abby. She's not buff enough. She has no definition of arms. She's skinny. That doesn't make any sense at all. I know Brandman's like, get in the gym. Do some pull-ups, push-ups.
Do something. They didn't even have her do anything. That's like the defining trait of the character. Why would you not have her? Because they cast her in enough time before filming began, it seemed.
And you don't have to like lift weights. You can literally do regular muscle like building things just with her body type. You can just do say I'm going to do pull-ups, I'm going to do push-ups, I'm going to do dips, I'm going to get arm definition, I'm going to do something to make the optical illusion that you're bigger.
Something.
So Books, Girls, and Purrs says writing is incredible. Every episode had me teary-eyed and outright sobbing. I think it was just done in some ways I could say perfectly. Like the way they told the story was perfect. The action part I think was good. I do agree when you have a wonderful monster, sometimes you want more monster.
I agree.
But I didn't complain about it because I thought episode 3, long time, might be one of the best Oscar-worthy things I've seen, period, on HBO Max. Like, period. And it didn't even bother me. I don't care about, Bill and what's going on. I have no problems, none at all. It was a great story.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, now we're going to get one of the most awkward scenes in video game history. It will be weird. So exactly, Abby was muscular for a reason. She built her body on purpose.
Exactly.
Like, how would you even survive any of this stuff without being strong enough to deal with it? The type of character you are. I don't know.
They just made a conscious decision to not do that for some reason.
Yeah, they did it on purpose. So Abby was miscasted, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people there saying that.
Yeah, and I'm fine with the actress. I like Caitlin Dever. I was when I heard she was cast, I'm like, all right.
Then you gotta get in the gym. You gotta work it.
Yeah, it's not like it's some foreign, unheard of concept. And they had enough time, if I remember correctly.
You're right. No, they have. I mean, they casted her. It's been over a year, I think, to build muscle. Personally, for you get 6 months, you could build enough muscle to film anything you need to film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
We're not asking her to walk out looking like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, we're not talking about like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, but
saying functional muscle. That's what you need. Brian, I showed my daughter your family's reaction to Minecraft. She said, "Oh, they're so adorable. Thank God they look like my wife." Yeah, they're mixed between us two. That's definitely what they are, and they're definitely daddy's little girls. Got me wrapped around that finger like this. Crazy. So I just picked up my tickets for the account too, and you know how funny it is. No, it's funny. I'm seeing it April 15th, the last day you want to do your taxes. That's funny. I like that. I'll probably go see the count too, or on tax day too.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I like the actress, just not for this role. Not enough muscle and not enough ponytail.
Yeah.
But you can fix that, right? So why would they not do that?
Yeah.
T's in the building. What's up, Terrence? Say hello, guys. Hello, brother Anzo. I enjoyed The Last of Us season 1 because the first game is a masterpiece. I'm not watching season 2 because I don't like the second game. I'm telling you, knowing that they're going 3 seasons makes me feel like they might drag this out. Make it a really good, getting your feelings before anything happens. Even though I think Pedro's so busy that he might not have the time to do as many episodes, but you can keep him. Can't say that. Yeah, I just can't say it.
I agree with you. If they do that, then I can see them, having that event at maybe the last episode, if that's what they're gonna do. I could definitely see that.
Penultimate episode, something to that effect.
Yeah.
They said, yeah, she deserves to have the look like she's filming in the next 300, but it would have been nice. She doesn't have to look like that. She doesn't look like she's literally going for magazine dreams part 2. She could did something else, but
but something, something
for the character. I think shoulder definition, a little bit of bicep or tricep would have been more than enough.
Yeah. They literally had her do nothing. What the hell's up with that?
So books, girls, and purrs. Well, if it's going to be 3 seasons, do you think Abby might buff up for the season, depending on the potential adaptation changes? That could happen. That maybe they tell her, don't buff up now. We're going to have you buff up later.
I can see that.
And her buff up for a reason.
Buff up later. Why? Why not just have her do it now?
If it fits the story, maybe they're going to change it from the video game. Maybe they're going to say Abby wasn't that way for a reason, and then she had to get bigger because of something that happens. I'm trying to say words without saying words. Like maybe there's a reason why she had to get buff past when something happens.
Yeah, I can see that.
T-Virus, without it, before you put that on screen, T-Virus. Spoiler alert, some people have not played the game.
Yeah.
No, books, girls, and purrs, that's a good point. I wouldn't mind seeing Abby's journey. Yeah, I can say this. The actress playing Abby is laughable because she is absolutely no muscle. Abby is buff as fuck in the game, and that's just lazy as hell. I can't stand the lazy crap. They should have sent her to the gym.
Thank you.
I'm good with dragging it out. I'd love more Joel. See, everyone loves the idea of Joel, but Joel is a problem. If you were living there, right, and Joel pulled what he did in episode 10, and your world was ruined because of him, because of his feelings, wouldn't you not be pissed off?
Yeah.
Is he really a good guy? He didn't start off as a good guy.
He didn't.
Just say, I know everyone felt a certain way because of how he loses his daughter. We'll get into that real quick as I go through the episodes. But yeah, if you really want to be true, I don't know if he's ever a good guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm right there with you because he started off doing some bad stuff, right? And then the only reason why he changed is because he got that little feeling for her. So, like, father figure kind of reminded him of his daughter. But other than that, yeah, you're right. He wasn't really such a great guy.
I'm going to skip T's next comment because it tells too much. People are not ready for it. He just said, next time I see Pedro Pascal, we'll be in Fantastic Four movie, which I'm not excited about. I don't know. I mean, I once again, even with Fantastic Four, I'm a wait and see guy. I'm not going to give it too many flowers, and I'm not going to give it too much, bad talk. Yeah, I don't want to hate on anything just because. I want to wait. Yeah.
We'll see. The first season was top notch. So these are.
He's talking about Fantastic. He wants to do Fantastic Four. He's not watching it till Fantastic Four comes out. He's not watching Pedro at all. So yeah, maybe they're going to hold off on Joel's date to end the season.
They might.
Would you be surprised, Brandman, if it's the penultimate episode? That's when Joel has his date.
They could. Just on account of the star power, this Pedro Pascal we're talking about. Everyone loves the dude, so they're
does he have enough time?
That's my thing. I'm asking myself, will he have ample enough time? He's doing several things at once. He was doing several things at once while this was filming. So I'm kind of feeling like some creative decisions are going to be prominent throughout this season to accommodate his schedule.
I think that makes a lot of sense. His schedule is so crazy, you can get rid of him early.
Yeah.
Because,
the guy has his hands in like 10 different jars at once.
And I think you had the trailer for season 2, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Because I seen it a while ago, but if I'm not mistaken, there was Joel in it, but a lot of the big action scenes you didn't really see him. So I'm like, there's a good chance that midway through the season he dies. Oop.
Oh no.
My bad.
It just sunk in.
Maybe. Maybe. Not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying possibly.
Whoopsie.
Many people have not seen or played the video game part 2 because it would be cool if we could have a spoiler conversation. Yeah, I know. If we really want to have a spoiler conversation, we want to wait
until
yeah. So my daughter hates the casting of Nina. They said they took away her faith in her culture. That's a good point. I think so too. I can see that. I can literally see that.
I can see that. Yeah.
So buff up later. I don't like that crap. I don't see why actors are doing that. A lot of these lead female actresses be capping, but but when it's time to pack on the muscle, they're scared of the weights.
Thank you. The assignment's right there in front of you. You know, why not just do it now?
Kind of sounds like Robert Pattinson, eh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did he not want to buff up for the Batman?
Yeah. I thought they told him that he had to be. They waited for him right now.
Yeah. Because I think Matt Reeves said he was going for more like an emaciated type look out of the woodwork. So,
and then they told him to. You just said later he's going to pack it on later because it made sense of the story. So if they try to do it in the story, maybe that's what they're going for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
but when we first meet her in the game, she's already buffed, right?
Yeah, she's.
But maybe what they're doing is they do like past stuff, so we don't actually get Abby with L like until later.
So you think she probably comes in like towards the end of the season?
That could happen, or even the middle.
Middle? I can see that.
It could happen.
They might change it up too. You know, that's the other thing. They might actually change it up. So you're saying the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. No, so what I'm saying is, okay, look.
No, we're not doing that. No.
What I'm saying is, individually, you can make a bad decision, but you can realize that bad decision is good for you, but it can be bad for everybody else. But it has to be the right need, and you have to be sure. And that's the only gray area I'm with Joel, right? Because if all of a sudden, like, we find out Abby taking her apart and cutting her brain open did not come up with anything, and you killed her for no reason, and he had to give her up, then that will be a waste, and you made the wrong decision. You should have loved her more. So Team Joel, they can miss me with anything for the second game. Okay.
I mean, I get it. I just don't. I mean, I don't know if I really care about the connection of him, whatever happened to him in the game, but it's just, for me, it's like, sometimes they do stuff like that, it is what it is. Hopefully they just have a good story around it and make it, feasible. Like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Other than that, I'm good with it. Pascal's in everything anyways. You know what I mean? We need to see some new people around anyways. He's in everything.
Mm-hmm. He literally is in everything. So, wow. The offensive force is going to make $1 billion, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to make $1 billion, but we'll see. We'll see.
Ooh, that was a question that I had earlier in the backstage. If it's going to make $1 billion. I say if it's good, then yes. But if it's not, because I heard some stuff about it, and I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. So we'll see.
I don't think it makes $1 billion. I think it makes a lot of money, though.
You don't think?
I think it'll be the most profitable Marvel movie. The most profitable. It's going to be the best. I don't know, but it'll be the most profitable, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a big there's not much competition these past couple of years to be that, so I can
I'm
see
talking about just this year, because I don't know if you guys are. I mean, Brandman is really all about the other movie. The one comes out in May. I'm not talking about it, but whatever. He loves that one.
May. Mission Impossible?
No, the Marvel movie,
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I'm not really about that life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure about that one either.
So, oh yeah, Joel went for a pewed a bunch of people. That's not that it's right, but no one was guaranteed that chopping up Ellie will result in a cure. But then again, that's why I love this show. It's up for debate.
Yeah,
I agree. So I love Pedro Pascal too. Just not as Reed Richards. That meal is going to be tough, but maybe Galactus will be cool. If Galactus is whack, I'm walking out. I'm not. We're not playing that game.
I'm not quite sold on him as Reed just yet. Pretty much the rest of the cast I like, but him as Reed, just I don't know. I gotta. There's several other people that I could think of off the top of my head.
You know what? He's as Reed's not my problem. I think my biggest problem is Ben's voice. I don't like it. I don't like the voice. I'm like,
you're a bear. You're a bear watcher too, aren't you?
I need a deeper voice though. You know what I mean? It's like
do you watch the bear, and if you do you hear Richie?
That's exactly what you know. So I agreed with that until I saw the women working out for the He-Man movie. So all of a sudden they can do it, but
what?
Yeah, but He-Man's a different beast though, right? Like He-Man, you have to come like that,
because everyone's going to be 6'4", 228 pounds, pure muscle, 2% body fat.
Right.
Abby was buff right out of the gate. In fact, out of all the females I ever met, I had a conversation with. Only one of them looked like Abby. She was awesome and put in the work. It's going to be. It's harder for me, for girls. Yeah, it's harder for girls, but they can't look muscular if they don't put the work in. Abby's about that life.
Yeah.
I don't think that she has to. I think that she could gain 10 pounds and they could do the correct workouts that could give you a muscular build. That's not going to, you don't have to be bulky. You can make it look good if you do it the right way.
Mm-hmm. No, screw it. Make her bulky. She was bulky in the game.
Yeah, but they're not going to make you gain the weight and all that stuff. We don't need that. I don't need that right now. Where the hell are you eating to get bulky? Where the hell are you getting all the carbohydrates that are getting you bulky? The protein shakes that get you bulky.
When you're a Hollywood actress?
No. My point is, in this game, in this world, where are you going to get all this protein shakes and stuff to get bulky?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then going to the weight room and lifting weights and stuff. You know what I mean? You're pumping iron.
Where?
Yeah, that doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Yeah, where? So that's why I'm saying, like, if it works with the way they're going to go with the series, if that's the way they're going to go with the storytelling, then whatever. I just want her to be cut. I want her to be strong. I want her to look strong. Don't give me Gal Gadot. Give me someone who makes sense right now.
Mm-hmm.
Laughing at T-Virus. So what's good? What's up, Delta Dan? How you feeling, man?
What's up?
Nikisha says, I like anything with Florence Pugh. Pew pew. We were just talking about that off backstage.
Me too.
I mean, it's not the Thunderbolts at all, but it looks fun. Half the team is trash, but I'll see what time it is when it drops.
Mm-hmm.
That's not wrong. Yeah, Dr. Dan, I was hoping you'd be here. Watch Dope Thief. I have so many thoughts. Oh my God, Dope. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to do a Dope Thief like round table, like or something, some type of show that I'm just going to be talking to you guys. We'll do it live. We'll break it down real quick and hear what you guys think. So yeah, brother Anzo, the Thing is my favorite member of the team, which I've never liked. He sounds like a whole. He's supposed to sound tough, and he made me laugh.
That's what I'm saying.
Mike Tyson, you gonna say that to him? What about his voice?
Yeah, when Mike Tyson didn't go out in space and get hit by a radioactive star and turn into a rock monster, they got to change his voice. You know what I mean? You got to give him something deeper than that. You can't tell me that his voice box is the same. No.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it, Nikisha. Hope you're having a good night. Back home yet? Yeah. I think we all agree it's all about Abby's arms. Exactly. It's just about Abby's arms. That's what I think. Like you can get away with a lot of it. She doesn't have to gain 25 pounds, but if you make her gain 10 pounds and force her, her arms to be cut, unbelievably cut, it works.
Yeah, they don't have to be huge, right? But if she has some definition, I think that works. You know what I mean? You don't have to have this big muscle Gina Carano type of arms, but if she has some definition, she has some, that would definitely.
Like you said, the Bears so good. The last season felt stagnant, but I think that was the point. Can't wait for the next season. Then I go back home tomorrow. I felt like Dope Thief edited too much out. Like I want to see her up in the bed. Yeah, no, they're not gonna do that. Or they're dating the whole time. I was confused. That's oh my God. Y'all gotta catch up with Dope Thief. You really do.
Dope Thief is good. I started watching that a couple days ago.
Abby, the second game looks like she trains with me. The actress can at least pack up some muscle to where she looks stronger than any other female we see. Come on. I will tell you, T, like, look, I mean, I see girls at the gym all the time, and they're really, really strong. But the ones that are the most strong are, they don't look bulky. They look athletic build.
Yeah.
So that athletic build can still work. I
agree.
I don't need, if you need a big dude, you don't need to be like, I bench 480. You don't have to bench 480. Bench 300 works. It's like it's a levels. You don't need to be the bulk doesn't have to be there. Sometimes just the cuts work.
Yeah.
So Mike Tyson can sound like he wants because his appearance that he gains from just wanting to hurt humans. Mike didn't appear in Marvel Comics and gain no powers. Hey, but we could have. I think Mike Tyson actually did get comic books, man. And he got the TV show Mike Tyson's Mysteries,
which was awesome, by the way. Which was awesome, by the way.
Bradley, I wanted to tell you that I'm on chapter 14 of the first book of the Silo series. Dude, that is so great. Oh,
hang on.
So I did. So the Silo 1 episode, book 1 is really good. Okay. Silo season 2 gives you the idea of what the world is. Silo book 3 blows your mind. It's so good. So good. So I'm behind on the Bear. Only 2 seasons into it. I want to do the same thing with Dope Thief. It deserves its own recap. I'll probably wait to the finale. I don't see how it ends unless it's witness protection for all. I don't think it's going to end up witness protection, but I think someone dies. Let's leave it at that. Because you're talking about Ray and the lawyer, right? And I think that they were the whole time, and that surprised me. It kind of came out of nowhere. It did kind of come out of nowhere. If the actress gained 10 pounds of muscle, she would look way more powerful than most females. Yeah, I'm just saying she has no build, no nothing. I don't believe she could do pull-ups.
Nothing, exactly. Exactly. I don't believe she could even do push-ups, if I'm being honest.
It's Silo Book 3, Season 3. It has to be. They're doing 3 and 4. The book 1 was basically Season 1 and 2. Or Season 1. So I think that it's probably, if it's two more seasons left, it's gonna be the 2 books. It's gonna be the 2 books. But the world building, you need the way it's going to start next season. It's gonna be so good.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't know what you're going to get into. It's going to be so good. So watch Ellie take off her jacket and be buffer than Abby. I'm going to laugh because I'll be like, what? So this actress got a personal trainer. Okay, Daniel, I was really confused. I need to see the kiss first, decide how to give him some, knowing everything he was up to. I agree. I think that they were always together though. It's good to see you guys, brother Anzo. Hope you guys are doing well. Appreciate you, T. Appreciate you.
Always a pleasure, T. You don't know.
All right. So I'm going to read a synopsis about episode 1. We kind of will run through this real quick. So episode 1, 20 years after a fungal outbreak ravages the planet, survivors Joel and Tess are tasked with a mission that could change everything. This was a crazy episode because at the beginning of the episode, we started with scientists that talked about how the virus will kind of, the fungal outbreak will kind of, jump species, and how it made sense with mushrooms and all that stuff. It seemed so realistic and it made sense scientifically, which really held me in. I don't know what you guys thought about episode 1, but what was the most important part about it? The thing you saw in episode 1? Was it the family? Was it seeing Joel with Sarah?
Yeah, seeing Joel with Sarah, because that kind of, and what ultimately happened in that regard, because it kind of set the tone with what kind of world this was and what we could expect moving forward for the rest of the season.
Even with Tommy, that was, I feel like Joel with Sarah and then Joel with Tommy was probably the most important thing I saw in episode 1.
Mm-hmm. And episode 1 did a good job of letting you know what type of world we were living in already, right? So I really enjoyed that. And like you said, with his daughter, what happens and everything, you get to find out where he was and then why he is the way he is today. And they did that all in one episode. So it was well done. Very well done.
It was needed, right? Because what happened in episode 1 prepares for episode 10. Makes you understand why episode 10 is the way it is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because I know I'm not the only one. Knew it was coming. Knew what was going to happen with Sarah. And when it happened, man, I was...
Yeah, it's funny because I didn't, like I said, I didn't play the games, either 1 or 2, but you could tell like she wasn't gonna make it. You know what I mean? Like you knew she wasn't gonna make it, and that sets up a lot of his attitude and the way he is. So I thought episode 1 was well done.
It wasn't even the virus. That's what bothered me.
Yeah.
Collector says, I love episode 1. I thought it was really good. The end of the episode was really good when they drive away from the house. That's just like how it is in the game. The whole scene, multiple times in this series, that it came straight from the game. I mean, you saw scene exactly like the game did. So I think they did a great job of doing that.
Absolutely. And again, those are the things you gotta do. If you're adapting a video game or something like that, you have to do things that they've done in the game, because a lot of people that play the game and love the game are gonna go watch it. And those are the things they want to see in live action. So when you don't do that, you do yourself a disservice right away.
Oh, this is saying to me season 2 is gonna be short. And the beginning of the episode was really good with the scientists. Yeah. How they explained all of it. It was so much. And then you even seeing Tess with Joel and kind of understanding their relationship a little bit. That was pretty important with this first episode. Man. And then, finding out what the task was. That's the entire point. If you don't know what the task is, you don't know about Elle, then you never get anything, right?
Right.
Those dances. I need to rewatch Last of Us. This is the time to do it. We have literally 8 days before, it comes out. Maybe 7 if Anzo gets it early.
Yeah.
Watch on Anzo Vision.
Hopefully.
Terrence says, I don't know about y'all, but when I heard that intro, I got chills. I immediately went to get my Kylie sticks because I thought those creatures were outside. I stood next to my safe. You don't know what I mean by my safe. And I was like, look, I'm like Joel. I ain't walking. I'm not leaving home without it.
Facts.
It's just not happening. Do you guys think we'll ever have something like that happen to us? It's that way, no, but understand how viruses and fungal viruses do work. And fungal viruses are really hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we all lived through COVID, right?
I mean, the way they mess with all of these viruses and stuff like that, there's definitely a possibility that they could cook something up, but yeah, I think we have other things to worry about before that ever happens.
Let's just get to them being able to release some of the TV shows we want to watch because this world is going
Spider-Verse, right? We need Beyond the Spider-Verse. Remember that, guys.
Whatever we do, yeah, that has to be our focus. Like you said, I love Joel from the moment he held Sarah's lifeless body in his arms. That kind of loss changes a person forever. You're not wrong. Like it changed me watching the show. My perspective changed seeing that. I want to hold my daughters. I was like, look, get over here. You can't watch this show, but I need to hold you.
One thing they did a good job of, showing the relationship before she died, right? So you get to care about these characters. Because if she just died and you didn't care about them, then it's like, oh, who cares? But you actually care about the characters from the start. And I think that's what's missing in a lot of these shows is where they don't give you enough time to care for the characters.
Exactly.
And then they die. And it's like, okay, who cares? So.
Dude, but this episode 1 lasted 1 hour and 21 minutes. We get 81 freaking minutes. That's why Nico Parker was able to do that and connect with us on a different level because we had 81 minutes episode.
Yeah.
Now gave me a 38-minute episode saying, "Tell me I should like it."
Which is why they dropped the ball on a lot of these episodes, right? Because you think about it, 20 minutes more, 10 minutes more. That's 10 minutes more of building a character in each episode. So. Yeah, I like when they do stuff like that, You don't have to do every episode like that, but important ones when you're trying to build something, yeah, for sure.
I think finale should be that way. I think penultimate
100%.
should be that way. And the first episode should be that way.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
He says humans are always the virus. T says, I got a question, brother Anzo. If I was infected, would you try to save me if you were infected? I know you want me to find a cure.
No, you're going down, Terrence. I'm sorry. No. Sorry, brother.
It's like it's us two in the mall. I'm shooting you first, and then I found the cure. I have the cure. Oh, that's messed up.
What is what it is.
So I watched my friends play for the first game. They watched the cut scene for both games multiple times. I saw a few friends play them most of the second games. I was able to go extremely familiar. The actress who played Tess in the TV show is the actress who played the Fringe played in Fringe on the TV show. Yes, it is Fringe. She did play
Anna Torv. Yeah.
Yep. I think we're already living in a dystopian times now. We just don't realize it. That's messed up. But once again, if you read book 2 of Silo, you know how close you are. Yep, humans are trash. I believe that a zombie apocalypse is extremely likely, which is why the CDC has a plan for such things. I'm like, humans be messing up.
Terrence, not all humans are trash, homie. Not all humans are trash.
But some. I have my zombie backpack ready.
Yeah, we know.
I did the same thing after you watch it. I went over, laid my innocent my daughter's bed in my daughter's bed and held her while she slept. And she was a teenager. But so was Sarah, so that makes even more sense. He says, when I saw Joe hold his dead daughter, I told my friends, if you guys die on me like that, I'm going to resurrect you and then take you out myself. Why the hell can't Disney do that? Do you like episodes like that? I love longer episodes like this.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Walking Dead used to do it all the time, you know what I mean? And I used to love that. You know, you get an episode and like, oh, this is over an hour. Okay, good. You know, it makes sense. It makes sense that some episodes should be over an hour or whatever.
If it's more stuff that happened, give us a bigger episode. It makes you connect even more. You can't wait till next week now.
100%.
What do you think, B?
Of how they're releasing the episodes?
So we had an hour, 21-minute episode. Did you enjoy the longer episode?
I get why they needed to do the longer episode, but to answer your question, yes. I think it was a little too much just to compress in a 1 hour episode or 45-minute episode. So I appreciate how why and how they did that. I think my only complaint with that was, heck, just if you're gonna have an opening episode that long, just drop the entire series.
No, but you gotta think about it. So that was long, right? Episode 3 was an hour 16 minutes long. Episode 4 was only 45 minutes long. We know why. Episode 5 was an hour long, and that might have felt like forever. It felt like forever. Then we have a 59-minute one, 56, 51, and 44.
You see, this is my thing though. Just be consistent. Give us an hour episode. That's why, I mean, TV, like at least you got 45 minutes flat. Anytime you watch an episode, sometimes a little longer, depending on what station, but you're getting at least 45 minutes flat. Now you're getting episodes 35 minutes, 47 minutes, and then back to 30 minutes. And I'm like, no, just give us an hour, like flat hour. You know, you don't need to skim on the minutes on these shows. I don't know why they do that. I really don't.
Here's Daredevil. You hear us?
Yeah, exactly.
But Alonzo, you better not die on me. I'm going to die first. You can't be dying like that. I'll figure out powers to bring you back.
Oh, 100%. You could take the first one. Yeah. I'll give you that. No worries. I'm not gonna fight you on that one, brother.
There's mine too, Nikisha. Yeah, you gotta do. You hold your girls. What CDC doesn't exist? Oh yeah, the CDC doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, Trump fired everyone in the CDC, so we have no one to protect us now. Oh boy, that's terrible. So I read the Silo books. I was afraid I was going to get spoiled. Hashtag Lucas lives. Does he? Oh wow. See what's wrong with humans in 2025. They just willing to take our friends. I would never do that to you, Anzo.
I know, brother. I know. But hey, you know.
Someone gotta be the asshole. That's
yeah, exactly.
Game of Thrones did that too. Yeah. So I did enjoy it. The episode was fire. See, I know Brian Brammer will never take me out.
Yes, he
He'll
would.
find a cure for me just because I was able to see the good in my good soul. I will never intentionally let anyone go. But I will say this: if I had my girls and you turn to a zombie, you probably have to go, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's my whole thing. I got a son, you know what I mean? So yeah, Terrence, if you want to take the bullet for me, no problem. You know, I got him to think about, you know. But other than that, yeah, if I'm alone, nah,
No, it's me and
I'll
you.
fight for you.
Look. I'll put if you know harming my girls, I'll do Shaun of the Dead. I'll chain you up in the shed. I put a video game there before. Like Ed, as long as you don't try to eat me, we're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like an old lady going, listen to you guys until I fall asleep. I hope everyone has a great night. Thanks for the stream, Spoiler Kings. It's always a great time. We're getting old. That's what it is. All of us. So Disney is the worst at being consistent. They will go from 34 to 55, and that's with credits.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Said good night. Good night, Lakeisha. Streaming be pissing me off. One episode an hour, the rest 25 minutes, 36 minutes. Man, that's some BS.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's like when we got streaming services, right? It was like, oh, guys, guess what? No commercials. We're gonna get to watch all these shows and stuff like that. No commercials. But what they did is ended up they skimming on the time, like the length of the shows, to save more money. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. All right. So episode 2 was called Infected. After escaping the QZ, Joel and Tess clash over Elle's fate while navigating the ruins of a long abandoned city. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that was episode 2 was another sad one. They kept hitting us with sad episode after sad episode after sad episode.
Oh yeah, that was the whole series, really.
Seeing, I mean, Boston, the way you saw Boston, I mean, just like empty.
Like, well, you did say it. Like nothing really good happens in this show. Like, you know what I mean? Like nothing. I guess if you want to call the relationship good, but other than that, like nothing. So yeah.
Man. So, what about episode 2? Is there anything that you saw that was amazing that really made you think about, man, this series is gonna be amazing? I have one thing, but I don't know if you guys remember.
Like I said, it was a lot of the world building. You know what I mean? And I really thought like they portrayed the apocalypse good, like, you know, better than a lot of the other shows that have done it. So I really like that. I'm like, yeah, if they keep this up, it's good.
I don't know if you remember that this episode 2, I believe, is the first time we saw one of those monster zombie type of things, right? The mushroom people.
It was, yep.
You know, in the dark, it was a very dark episode, but you saw when in the light, it was freaky as hell. So you saw the regular zombie type ones, but the big one you start seeing, like, it looked freaky as hell. The face, the fact that they didn't have eyes anymore. Boston was abandoned. It just, man, episode 2 was fire. Gave me all the things I wanted to see. That episode 1 hit me in the feelings. Episode 2 hit me in the fear.
Yeah.
You know, like when they had that body on the table at the beginning, and they're like doing the autopsy, and they pull the little mushroom fungus out of the body, and you start realizing that it's going to go everywhere. There's no way to stop this.
Yep.
So man, that was crazy.
Give me a minute or two. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All
right. So wow, if a tear comes down as I'm changing, when get you to find a cure, it's never too late. What's the word, humans? Like hope?
Yeah, no, it's too late. You're a goner. Sorry, you're a goner.
Once you lose your eyes and they become mushrooms, man, it's all over.
Yeah, you're a goner, Terrence. I'm sorry. I love you, brother, but no.
They put like 5 minutes worth of commercial in every few minutes. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So that part when they were trying to get away from the infected was really good, very intense. Man, seeing them walk through Boston, and isn't that the first time we saw Elle's bite mark? And you realize that she's,
yeah, she was like immune to it.
Yeah. So nothing good happens in The Last of Us season 1 except for the ending with Joel saving Ellie. That's about it. It was doom and gloom, no hope, not at all. Even Superman would be like, "Y'all cooked." Okay. Now it was episode 2, then episode 1 with the lady from the different countries when she said telling them the bomb in the city. Yeah, you're right. The bomb, that dialogue when you hear "there's no hope" was pretty chilling. What can you do? Nothing. Like seal off the city. Hope you have a bomb shelter.
Yeah, the acting was good too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The acting was really good. I don't know about Ellie so much, but
I didn't think Bella Ramsey was the right choice, but I loved it by the time I was at the end. She did much, but that's because she's a good actress. I don't know if she was perfect for the role.
Right.
She's a good actress.
Right. Yeah. She held her own for sure.
Hulu crazy with commercials. The longer you binge something, the more commercials you get.
Oh, really?
Makes sense. Everything I watch, I always get those 3-minute commercials that are mandatory commercials that you can't skip past.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And you know what's doing that a lot now? YouTube.
Yep.
YouTube is putting like 2 commercials that you can't skip in a row. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God.
So that's 4 minutes. Good Lord.
Yeah, I got to pay for premium, man.
So episode 2 was then affected. Episode 3 was one of my favorites. Long time. When an unknown person approaches his compound, survivalist Bill forges an unlikely connection. Later, Joel and Elle seek Bill's guidance. Dude, this episode was was an hour and 16 minutes, and you needed every minute of it because you had to build that connection. You had to understand Bill. That one, woo, hit me all in the feels. This is not something you usually like. So what did you think about it?
That was the episode with the 2 dudes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I skipped that one.
Nick Offerman?
Yeah, I watched some of it and I was like, no, I'm good.
Really? So you didn't watch Bill and Frank, man?
No, I didn't. You were absolutely right. I was like, oh, this episode, yeah. And I don't know. I guess I know I watched it. I was probably doing other things while I was watching it too, but I don't remember much happening in it. Happening in that episode. Yeah.
Bill and Frank almost had me cry 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. Like the connection was real. It wasn't over the top. Anything wasn't over the top, but it was. I was in my feelings about it. Bill and Frank, Nick Offerman did a wonderful job, and it's so funny because you don't expect it coming from him, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what was your feeling from episode 3, Brandman?
The one with Nick Offerman.
Yep.
I think that's it reiterated the really the emotional crux of the show. You know, it's about humanity, how they're handling all this ultimately in the end. You know, I think that goes hand in hand with even the title, The Last of Us. I liked that it was people just trying to adapt and live in the all things considered, you know, considering the circumstances. So I liked that it focused on humanity, especially. That's why I especially enjoyed that episode.
For me, episode 3 with Bill and Frank was living like in this post-apocalyptic society, finding someone that you can, care more about the entire world and be able to live that life, and have that connection to a point where, though you're a survivalist, without this other person, without Frank, Bill just said, I'm done. I don't need it. I don't want the life. I don't need life, even though I'm prepared for it. I don't want a life without him. It got me in my feels, man. It really did. I didn't care if it was a guy, girl, whatever, Weasel. I don't care. It was good. It was a good show. Good episode. Let's see what you guys say. When that lady said, "Can I be with my family?" I was like, she knew she was done. There's nothing else. So it's really bad that Ellen Page, not Elliot Page, wasn't Ellie. However, Bella Ramsey did win me over in a few episodes because of her chemistry with Pedro Pascal, because they're friends in real life.
Yeah, their chemistry was really good.
It was perfect. It was really good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, episode 3 was really good because in the game, his partner is dead. Yeah, Bill is the only one alive. Yep. So there is no Frank. Frank is something that they brought in just for this show. So that Bill episode was important because they never went over that in the game. I'm not too into two dudes dipping between the sheets, but the acting, the motion was powerful. It was a nice addition. Yeah.
Terrence.
Episode 3 could have been its own movie. I agree. I think episode 3 was
absolutely
felt like a movie. Like, you guys really understood their life. Like, within that hour and 16 minutes, you felt like you saw their entire life and you understood everything. Great acting. So, however, it would have been cool if Bill interacted with Ellie more. The more they gave some context that was not shown in the game. It was way more context that was necessary. And I think it hurt more because they gave us context.
Yeah.
So Bill and Ted's relationship, it felt unbelievable, and it is not overdone either. I got emotional at least 2 times. Yes, and what they didn't try to hit you over the head with it either. It was just, this is what it is, Nothing too much, nothing too emotional, but just sharing a life. Yeah, I got you, Bill, Ted. I know Bill, Frank. I know what you're saying. I know. I get you. I don't give. You don't get to have that in this world. So I was like, I remember this first game. This isn't going to end well for those two. Yeah, because you knew Frank was already gone.
Yeah.
So, dude, if you guys get a chance, watch episode 3 again. That's all I want to say. It was that good of an episode and that emotional and that touching. Yeah, T just says, Alonzo, you gotta watch that episode. Just skip the one scene where they're getting between the sheets. Other than that, you'll be fine. Yeah, remember Nick Offerman, is a heterosexual male.
Yes.
Says, I'm actually rewatching the first season right now with a friend. That's awesome. I hope the friend hasn't seen it before, so you can really enjoy it together.
Yeah, when did the first season drop? It was like
January 2023.
January 23. Yep.
2020 what?
2023.
23. Oh, good. 2 years.
All right.
Seemed longer for some reason.
It did seem like a long time, but not as long as Severance. So
yeah.
But when you have all the the writer strike and the actor strike and all that stuff, I mean, a lot of stuff just got pushed back. So I understand.
Yeah.
So, all right, episode 4 was "Please Hold My Hand." I think it's the second shortest one because besides the finale, it's the shortest episode. After abandoning their truck in Kansas City, Joel and Ellie attempt to escape without drawing any attention. of a vindictive rebel leader. What did you think about this episode? You guys remember it? The guy in that town
that kidnaps Ellie, right?
Yep, the one. No, this is the guy. This is the one when Ellie saves Joel's life. He's fighting the guy, and she gets the gun and she shoots him, kills the guy.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
I kind of remember that one.
Is that the episode where the creatures came out in the? Which episode was that where all the creatures came out? I thought that was 4.
All a lot of the creatures come out. No, that was
5,
6. No, because 5 is the guys. Or is it 5? It's 5. It's 5.
It's 5, right? Okay.
5 with the guys.
Okay.
The little boy. Oh my god. 5. Man, talking about 5 is gonna make me want to cry. But 4 is where when they're trying to escape and they're hiding out and stuff. Trying to stay away from the guy. I mean, as I said, Ellie kills the guy who's attacking Joel, and they're hiding in this penthouse apartment or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
And at the end of the episodes, when we meet the little boy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The little black boy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, what's his name? It's Sam, right? Sam, the one who's deaf.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sam.
yeah.
I can never remember his brother's name.
Henry. I know Henry. Henry's his brother, but Sam was a little boy that's deaf. Oh my god, I don't want to get to that episode.
Yeah, that one was tough. Yeah,
that was tough.
So I'm gonna go through your comments real quick, and we'll jump right into 5 because that's the real. I feel like 4 is almost a prelude to get to 5. Like I just need to show you how they got here, and now I'm gonna hit you in the nuts.
Yep, that's the most apt description.
He only got up 2 episodes, 3 got up to episode 3, and then he lost track of time. Never finished the first season. Yeah, now he's going to be able to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the second game, that's the last of Terrence. One of the people who played, who was in that show, is the guy who did the voice for Joel in the game. Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's exactly what happened. I might restart watching Monday. That will be an episode a day for season 2, right? Exactly. Getting you right to Sunday.
Yeah, where you need to be. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, books and girls in person. Sam. Oh my god, Sam. That little boy. This is Kevion Woodard. I believe his name is Kevion Woodard.
Mm-hmm.
Killed this. He killed episode 5.
Yeah, that bothers the crap out of me.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then the actress who played in this episode, she's from 2.5 Men, Obsessed with Charlie, which is like everybody.
The chick from Yellow Jackets is in it too.
That's the same person, Kathleen.
Yeah.
I think her name is Melanie
Linsky.
Yeah, Linsky. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Same person. Considering how much I value my brother, I will take out the whole world to save him. No hesitation. Sam and Henry were so good, and adding that superhero dynamic to Sam was brilliant. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're talking about it, let's get right into episode 5, which is probably the most heartbreaking. I mean, they told you at the beginning the name of the episode is Endure and Survive.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have to do is endure and survive. While attempting to evade the rebels, Joel and Ellie cross paths with the most wanted man in Kansas City. Kathleen continues her hunt, and he meets 2 brothers that change the outlook for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, Henry, the older brother, Sam, his younger brother, the one he is doing everything for.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this one hurt so much because that little boy looked like a superstar.
Yep.
It was like you're watching a superstar kind of just come out of nowhere. And if we didn't have like the COVID stuff, I think we would have saw them more stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree.
Him being really deaf, that worked again, or even more, made you enjoy or care about him even more. And Henry willing to kill anybody for his brother was amazing. And
agreed.
The connection when you saw Ellie get to play with Sam and just be kids for a little bit in this episode was amazing. Seeing how Henry had to grow up really, really fast and love his brother the way he did was amazing. And then the end of the episode where Ellie sees the bite on Sam, and she's trying to give her blood to him. She's cutting herself and saying, she's trying. It's like, it's going to be okay. So it's going to be okay. And wakes up and he's already turned. And then when Henry has to kill Sam, shoots him, and immediately turns the gun on himself, kills himself. Oh my God.
Yeah, some crazy moments in that, you know what I mean? And even that's why I said not only did you have that emotional stuff, you had the creatures coming out towards the end, and I was just like, you see, we need more of this, because those creatures looked, I'm like, they're not really zombies, so it's kind of, I was like, this is what we need more of. Like, I wished we had more of that in a lot of these episodes, and I think season 2 will give us a little bit more. But
yeah,
I think to me this was the best episode so far of the series.
This is the main standout one for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can't even talk about it right now with you guys without getting a little emotional thinking about it. Like, it's whoa, it was tough, man. Yeah, as I said, boy. Kevion Woodard, you're a superstar in my book. So. All right, I guess it's to episode 6. That is Ken. After ignoring the advice of locals, Joel and Ellie descend deeper into dangerous territories in search of fireflies and Tommy. Still looking for Tommy. Episode 6. Episode 6 was fine, going around, definitely meeting people that they weren't supposed to be meeting. Isn't it the first time they meet Tommy? Was it episode 6? First they meet the man and woman, right? They're in their the house, and they cook for them and feed them and stuff like that.
Oh,
older woman, man, woman.
Yeah.
And then like they had to fight off those raiders. And then they finally do get to see Tommy, which is what was cool. Finally seeing him again meant a lot. But we got that man on the horse. You had the girl who set him up. You had a lot of stuff that was going on. But the older man and woman was pretty cool. Florence and Marlon. Yeah. So that was a pretty good.
Yeah, and it's good too, because all the time he thought his friend was dead. You know what I mean? And then now he gets to this town and he sees his friend and
his brother, Tommy.
His brother, my bad. When he sees his brother, and it's like, oh no, and then he's built a whole life for himself, and it was a good episode too. It was fine.
That's what you guys say. Episode 5 was heartbreaking. Yeah, Brother Anzo, I would take out the whole city to save you. Yep, good thing you would do the same. Nope. We ain't gonna talk about that next episode. Exactly. When Henry had to do that. Oh my God. I was just going to ask if this show came around COVID. It feels like it's been a few years. It has been. It does feel that way. Sam and Ellie's scene made me smile. I was like, that's nice. Wait a minute. Nope. They're not going to do me like this. Better stop playing with me. I'll turn off this episode right now. Episode.
Well,
powerful stuff.
The sad thing about it was the minute I seen the two black people, I'm like, oh well, they ain't gonna.
One was gotta die.
If not both, if not all of them, right?
You know what I mean? Like, someone's not gonna make it.
So in the game, Joel gets really badly hurt, and Ellie has to go out and find medical supplies for him, which she does in episode 6.
Yeah,
this is what happens, and that's when she gets kidnapped, right?
Yep.
So the actor playing Tommy Gabriel Luna, I like him because he killed it as Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't care what anyone says, that was underrated casting with Marvel.
Oh yeah, that was fire. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so real quick, so now we're gonna get to episode 7. Episode 7 was flashback. That's called Left Behind. It was basically Ellie's story overall. And she was fighting with her memories of Riley and her first true friend, her first true love. Ellie's past as Yup.
Yeah, that was the episode where they snuck out to the little mall there, right?
To the mall, and he got stuck in the mall, and try to fight off the zombies, and next thing you know, they both get bit.
Yeah,
but only one has to get killed, and Ellie has to kill Riley, and then finds out that she's immune.
Yeah. Like I said, man, nothing good happens in any of these episodes.
Yeah, it's bleak. It's the very definition of bleak.
As soon as they give you any happiness, there's some negativity come out. Yeah. Something terrible is about to happen.
I can't lie, I like it though. You know what I mean? Because we always watch these shows where everything, is always good stuff happening. But if you're in a situation like this, the good stuff are far in between. So I kind of like that they did that.
Collector says you get to play this part in the as a side part in the game.
Yep.
The Riley thing, understanding Ellie's struggle to be where she was, the feeling that she's not fitting in, then knowing that Riley was her only, friend. The fact that Riley was about to leave. Riley was out the door. She was going to join the Fireflies, right?
Yeah.
And then they get caught at that mall, and all hell breaks loose. It was so close. He says Ellie and Riley was awesome. They were playing Mortal Kombat. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. That was great.
Excellent.
You got good low uppercut through the next level. So I liked it when they got to play Mortal Kombat. And they, once again, as soon as you see someone feel like they're finally starting to be kids and explore that type of part, it's just about to hit the fan, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing that I appreciated about the show. It's really relentless in its approach, considering the content and considering the constant danger. They don't shy away from that element
at all.
And they got to put on the scary mask in that one store. They got to enjoy being kids, like going to the mall and seeing all the crazy thing that was going on. Yeah. And then that Victoria's Secret store in the mall, they're like, what is this? How do people fit in these things? They have hips.
Pretty much.
Little girls. That's why. Oh man, that was another sad episode again where Riley had to die. Once again, we said Ellie finds out that she's immune to a lot of stuff because she gets bitten and she doesn't turn. So that was a very important episode in itself.
Absolutely.
Now we get to 8. that's when you get to the guy. Ellie crosses paths with a vengeful group of survivors and draws the attention of its leader. A weakened Joel faces a new threat. So this is the episode with Scott Shepherd. Shepherd is David.
That's David. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when David has his cult following, has the people in his town. Town looks amazing and everything looks real cool, and everyone's eating, and you find out that they actually are cannibals.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually so first off, he's a pedophile and he wants to do things with Ellie, and then find out that they've been feeding dead people, killing all people, and feeding them to the rest of the town.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Turning into cannibals. So it was an interesting show part, but even with Joel being on the edge of death, it drove him to find Ellie. That's when we start to realize how deep this connection was. Remember, because now he sees her not just as Ellie, this little girl that he's packaged. He now sees her as, this is like my daughter.
Yeah, like his daughter. Yeah,
I will do whatever it takes.
Yeah, and she did pretty much whatever it took to try to protect him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm going out on my own.
Yeah,
I'll do whatever it takes to get you help, safety. They loved each other.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Brother Anzo will never abandon me, like how Roddy was trying to leave Ellie. I was like, why are you trying to leave? What kind of sad stuff is this, man? I love the actress who plays Riley. She knows how to navigate the camera. It's actually a rare quality for actresses. I'm just saying she has a little magic in her.
Yeah.
I told you humans are trash. This man was literally quoting the Bible while snacking down on humans. This man was eating people, eating humans like KFC. Nah.
Yeah, isn't that some shit?
Cooking them up, and the people in the kitchen knew what was going on. They didn't even say nothing. They just like, oh well, we all eating.
Yeah.
Hey, soup somehow. So y'all ain't catching out one thing in like 6 months, and we still eating soup. Right. Where's Jimmy? So this is the episode that Joel comes back. He finds a way to do because she's looking for penicillin for him, right?
Yep.
And then David sends a party to hunt down Joel because he killed one of the guys in the episode before.
Yeah.
So, and at the end, woo, that death scene was epic. Killing, man, I've never felt so satisfied from a character dying. David deserved everything that he got coming to him.
100%.
Absolutely.
And it also showed you that Ellie could hold her own too, as well, right? So, well,
she was no longer a little girl. She was actually growing up into a young woman and able to handle herself. Yeah. Delta Dan says, finger licking good. KFC.
Popeyes is better. I said what I said.
Oh, hell yeah. Remember that chicken Popeyes? Hell, I don't know. We don't even eat KFC out here.
Yeah. I remember the last time I had it.
Yo, KFC for coleslaw. That's it. Hold up. Nobody's going to talk about how Joel turned into Batman. Yeah, he got quick. It was teleporting. Yeah. How did you get there, man? How did you know where to go? And then able to kill all these people off, even though you're dying.
Facts.
That's the end with the facts. Popeyes is way better than KFC.
Yeah, it is.
Facts. Not even a question. All right.
Guys, I think I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, you need to go ahead.
Sorry, right. I was trying to stick it out. I'm a little tired. I'm just going to go to bed tonight.
Well, that's fine for us. I got one more episode that I'm going to go over, But everyone say bye to Brand Man. We'll see you later.
Good night, everyone.
Peace, Brand Man.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Later.
Cool.
All right, bye-bye. It is not betrayal.
It's betrayal.
I resent that.
I'd rather them go to sleep than fall asleep on stream.
I don't want to fall asleep on camera. I'll talk to you guys later.
Right.
Right.
Later, man.
All right.
That's it. T says, I was like, I guess having an Ellie gives you a special skills.
Yeah.
I said, no. Yeah, man. So no, I mean, episode 8 was important with us getting that and Joel being the badass. Then we get to episode 9. Look for the light. So Look for the Light, I believe, was the shortest episode we had in the season. So pregnant Anna places her trust in a lifelong friend. Later, Joel and Ellie near the end of their journey. That's the key for this right now.
Yeah, because in this episode they show why she's immune, right?
Yep.
Because
her mother
got bit while she was giving
pregnant.
birth. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Very important. And I like that too, you know. They gave us a little bit of information as to why she's immune. And you know, usually shows don't do that. It's just, oh, she's immune and boom, okay, why? Right? Something in her blood. But this actually shows us why she's immune. I like that.
And there was a good connection with her mother showing what's going on with Bella, and then Bella and Joel and Bella with Ellie, and then Joel and Ellie nearing, you know, the compound and going with the Fireflies and having to make that decision about what's going on. And I mean, that's probably the most important part about this episode is Joel's decision. We know that she's immune, and he gets there, and they tell him, "Hey, we can make a cure. We can save everybody." But it's probably going to cost Ellie her life.
Her life, yeah.
What do you do? Do you think Joel made the right decision? So,
you know what? Yeah, I think he made the right decision, 100%. You know what I mean? Because especially when you have, or you're living in a world like this, apocalyptic world, you don't have that many people that you can trust or you care about or anything like that. So when you do find someone, especially that she reminds him of his daughter, absolutely 100%. I think he did the right thing.
So I think for the world, he made a bad decision. Once you've created this connection, that's my daughter. I love her like a daughter. I'll do anything for her like a daughter. Ain't nothing I wouldn't do. F the world. Y'all caused the world to be messed up. Ain't my job to try and fix it.
100%. So what do you think his choice should have been then?
I would have been honest with her. I would have been honest with her.
But should he have let her die?
No.
Oh, okay.
F the world.
Okay.
Fuck everybody else. I'll kill everybody. Every single one. If my daughter was the cure to save everybody else, everybody else might as well just say bye.
100%. And that's what I'm saying. Like, usually I always say F them kids, you know what I mean? But she could hold her own. So it's not like she did anything that was the F them kids worthy. You know what I mean? So yeah. We're saving her. We're saving her.
There's no doubt. I'm shooting the nurses. I'm shooting the Firefly soldiers. I'm shooting the surgeon. I'm shooting them all. All of them are dead. Y'all done. Sorry.
Yeah, we're saving her. I agree.
Let's see. Like I said, I'm going to ready to read a little bit before I go to bed. Appreciate you. And thanks, guys, for the good stream. Cool discussion. So the actress who played Ellie's mom did the voice for Ellie in the game. Yes, Anna. What was it? I think it was Ashley Johnson. I think it was her name. I think it was Ashley. I think she voiced her in the game. Exactly. So that was a great connection Once again, when that's what you do with adaptations, you need to have those connections to the video game.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, you don't get that in the game. I thought it was really good, a good part of the TV show. I agree 100%. Joel 100% made the right decision. As T Collector says, 100% Joel made the right decision to save her, but what he does at the end, in line to her, 100% negative. I agree. Should have been honest with you. I love you. You are my daughter. I make that decision. I know you want to make that decision for you. You're not old enough to make the decision. I'm making that decision. I'm going to protect you for all cost. And you can hate me all you want, but I will be here when you're done hating me. And so will you.
Facts. And why am I going to sacrifice this girl who I've come to care about to save a world that is probably your reason why we have this virus anyways?
Exactly.
I mean?
Exactly. And all these people that show me in this entire season that they're terrible people.
Yeah.
Everywhere
100%.
I go, terrible people that are left. And like we got the saints and the holiest of the holy.
Agreed.
I got almost killed by all these people and the viruses, It's a bad decision, but the world don't need saving. Shoot, the world has many chances better. Forget the world, save Ellie. # save Ellie.
Well, one thing we know about Terrence, he would knock off 90% of the population if he had the chance to do so. So there you go.
Terrence the Thanos.
Yeah, pretty much.
# all dead and done. Yeah, no, I think this was a great episode, a great way to end the episode. I just wish he didn't lie. I thought lying was the one thing that was the wrong thing to do with this little girl.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I can agree with that.
So T says, I would have told Ellie, I saved you because the world doesn't need to be saved. Humans are terrible. I wouldn't trade you for 1 billion souls. You can't hate me. You can hate me, but at least you're alive. Said, but that's the big cliffhanger at the end of the game, that he lied to her. Exactly. That's going to be our big thing that we're going to pick up when we get into season 2. Season 2 that comes in next week. Before we do that, I'm going to play the trailer real quick. So we can pull that up and we will watch this together and then we'll get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if I pull it over here first. I could just play it from the file and I thought about it, but whatever.
Yeah, you did download it, didn't you?
Yeah, I could just play it from the file. I just
rookie mistake. It's okay, guys. He'll get used to it.
I'm an old rookie, guys. I'm an old rookie. That's what it is. All right. Here is the trailer for season 2.
Are you sure? What do you want to do this about? Ellie? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Fine.
When your numbers are,
it has been a long time. Well, do you want to start? Tell me without shame. What are you so afraid of?
I made a mistake, and that will bring consequences. And this time, I won't be there to protect her.
What did you do? What's the secret that you don't want to tell anyone?
I saved her.
By the time the sun comes up tomorrow,
there's a very good chance you'll be dead. You've come this far, and you know what's out there.
Monsters.
It doesn't matter if you have a code like me. There are just some things everyone agrees are just wrong. Don't you know what he did? You swore.
Man,
Yeah.
that has potential to be better than the first season.
I'm gonna guarantee to you guys that he won't make it past episode 4.
3.
Yeah, he's not
4.
making it. He's not making it to 4. It's not going to happen.
I agree.
Man,
they make it look like he's in a lot of it, but if you really look at it, it doesn't look like he's gonna be in much of it. You know, I think a lot of that
two main things. She's gonna find out early, and then he's gonna be gone. Man,
yeah, because you could tell, you know, maybe first 3 episodes was like it's gonna really hit the fan, and he's gonna go after that. There's not gonna be it anymore.
I agree. All right, so thanks for joining us, guys. I cannot wait to next week. I think it's going to be amazing. So I'm so excited to watch the show with my mom. We watched the first season together. She really enjoyed it, and she's looking forward to watching the second season. We're having pizza that night. If we get it early, I'll put a thing out there. We'll watch it on Anzo's channel. We'll watch it early, and then we'll have a discussion. So we'll let you guys know what's happening. We either watch it on Sunday or we watch it on Saturday. But one way or another, we're going to have some fun watching Last of Us and breaking that down. Let your friends know. Join us for the Spoiler Kings, doing these things for the episode breakdowns, and then Bigger Ford Entertainment. If he gets to early, this is what we'll do. Have a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys for being here with us. Anzo, you want to shout your channel one more time?
Yes. Bigger Ford Entertainment. Tomorrow we'll be doing the round table for Daredevil, and I want to do the watch parties for Last of Us, but the episodes drop the same time as the last 2 episodes of Daredevil, so I gotta wait till Daredevil is over before I can do the Last of Us stuff. But I have this feeling that I'm gonna want to watch Last of Us before
way more.
You know, but yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's fun.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys in chat. We'll be back here next week talking about all the fun stuff from Last of Us. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Later.
The board has concluded the call.